Welcome everyone to the YouTube channel. This is Toy-Nutz. Going to be doing a walkthrough from the Planet Comicon in Kansas City, Missouri on March 18th. It was a nice cold morning, about 15 degrees or so with a nice wind chill, and a good 15-minute walk here from the parking area all the way up to the convention here. Really cool turnout though, so it was a fun day, great convention. We arrived pretty much at show opening at about 10 o'clock. They did have early bird, of course. We did not do that. It was, for me, about a 2.5 hour, 3-hour drive, so it wasn't really that bad. Really good turnout. Wasn't bad of a line to get in. A lot of people did pre-order your tickets online, of course, to save when you order ahead of time. But if you were picking it up on the day of the show, it really wasn't bad. I think we waited a max of like 4 or 5 minutes. This was a kind of a last-minute decision on attending for this day. Mainly life issues and that, but nothing really big. Glad I was able to make it to the show. It was, like I said, it's really well attended. Good number of people here. You can see this is the main lobby area for to pick up tickets and everything. Once you do, head up the escalator to the upper floor of this auditorium, and here we are. I mean, like I said, you can see it's a really nice size auditorium, nice size show. They've got pop-up lockers, which I really wish they advertised better on their website, because, I mean, knowing that ahead of time would have been really nice. But yeah, it was a nice size show, good crowd, it was good. It's definitely worth heading to. Next year, I think I will, do the multi-day pass, and because there is more than enough to see here. Good number of dealers, good variety of items, good number of collectibles, older toys, mostly newer toys, but there is a good assortment of older. Prices were all over the board, as would be typical of any convention. Can't really complain too much. And of course, lots of crafts, a lot of artwork. I do like how they set the show up though. They have like a lot of your main vendors and I guess merchandise sellers are all in the center area. Onto the left-hand side of the auditorium was where they had all the celebrities for the autographs and the photography and such like that. And on the right-hand side was a lot of your costumers, your makers, and the artists and everything were towards the back. And it was really nicely done. Really cool layout for the show. You can spend all day here just walking through before you hit anything celebrity-wise. So I really do appreciate that. I really like the layout. Definitely recommend KC Comicon. And one thing that's sort of over in the celebrity area, they were not allowing any type of photography. So I don't have any pictures of the celebrities who were there, but they did have Gino Esposito from Mandalorian and Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. They had Mercedes Verado, aka Sasha Banks. The big one, of course, was William Shatner, Jonathan Frakes, and Brent Spiner from Star Trek Next Generation were there. Of course, those pretty much all had the longer lines. They had a couple of the secondary, a lot of anime voice actors and actresses were here. So, I mean, it was a really good celebrity-wise turnout for the convention. So, yeah, I mean, if you're into stuff like that, they had a really good, of course, the prices for Gino and Shatner were really up there for just autograph meet and greets and that. But most everybody else was very, reasonable. I had no problems with those that I was able to meet. And of course, one of the more popular booths at the show was the Ultra Sabers. If you're into the building lightsabers and such like that, these are good, high quality. They had a really good, display for the booth. Obviously, with the blades going, really stands out. They were in a nice prime location. Then, of course, right across from them was this sword maker, weapons prop maker booth. So they try to keep things sort of like grouped together, and that. So I did like that for the layout of the show. And of course, as with any convention nowadays, it is usually anime heavy, and there were plenty of animes and plush and such like that. But this one was nicely balanced because there was a lot of collectible figures, statues, Kotobukiya's, Sideshow, and of course Marvel Legends were everywhere. So, I mean, it did have a nice selection. One thing I was really happy to see was it wasn't overly inflated with nothing but pops. So that was good to see. There were just only, I'd say, maybe 8 to 9 booths that were nothing but pops. So compared to the rest of the show, it was really nice to see. A lot of personal artwork, or crafters, if you will. So I really liked that. There were some really good ones. I mean, yeah, this is definitely one to save up for, try to hit, because there's something here for everyone. And of course, for every convention, there are cosplayers. They did have their contests. They had special photo ops for them set up throughout the convention. So, I mean, it was always fun to see really good ones, to jokes, to people just having fun. I mean, that was a big vibe throughout the thing. Everyone seemed to be in great moods, having fun. I mean, this was a really good show. Highly recommend KC Comicon here, or Planet Comicon. And over on this section of the convention is where they had a lot of the cosplayers to set up with their booths, the makers and things like that. And of course, when you got those, you got the 501st. They had some really cool setups over here. I like the 501st display. They had the Emperor's Throne, they had the troopers out, and they had K2SO here with his station for you to do photos in front of. I mean, 501st went all out for this one. One of my favorites was they did the throne room from Jabba / Boba Fett, and they had several of the Mandos there. And of course, they had their Blasto Trooper that I've been seeing at a lot of the conventions recently. Great idea, love that. The kids love it. You know, good way to get some fundraising for local charities and everything, children's hospitals. Smart idea from these guys. I mean, as you can see, this is a really cool layout. I just love how they put all the cosplayers or the groups and organizations had their section of the show. I mean, these guys, 501st, they always go all out. These guys, just love them. Great group of people. And another big growing group of cosplayers is the G.I. Joe's Finest, or the Finest, as I like to call themselves. They have different garrisons for different regions of the country, and the Tiger Hawks are here. They brought in their life-size versions of G.I. Joe playsets, and of course several of their cosplayers for different figures. They got the Watchtower, they had the Outpost Defender set. I mean, these guys are great. I used to go to all the G.I. Joe conventions, and when these guys started forming and performing there, they were always there. Great group of people to talk with, to hang with. I mean, they're always looking for new people, so if you're into cosplaying and you love G.I. Joe, get in touch with these guys. You can find them all over there on the web. They're a great group. And then we also have the Droid Builders. Gotta love these guys. They're always fun. Great assortment of droids here. And that, I mean, these guys, they even went out and, Tom Servo and the Mystery Science Theater 3000. Gotta love that. The Mouse Droid. And of course, my favorite R7 from Battle of the Planets or Gatchaman. I mean, gotta love that. And then with all these other organizations and everything that were here, one that I kind of want to point out real quick is at the Kansas City Museum here. They're going to be having later in June, I want to say it was, the Spider-Man exhibit. It's really cool. I looked it up online. Highly recommend looking that up. That looks really cool. Hopefully I'll be able to get a video of that when that shows up to Kansas City here. And this is another place definitely going to be trying to get back to when I have a chance, is this reroll. It's a DND Gamer Cafe. They got board games, they RPGs and that. I mean, talking with the guys, this sounds like a really great place. They have themed foods and drinks and that, so gotta check that place out. And they also had the local Kansas City Pinball Club here. It's like $10 a day, and you just get a free pass to go in here, and you get to play pinball as much as you want. Had a nice little assortment of machines and everything. It was a really cool little setup. Loved seeing that. That was if I was here for the whole weekend, I would definitely be getting their little pass to do this. This was a fun little setup here. I'm a big pinball fan, so. And then, of course, they had the little gaming stations and things from other gaming groups and stores here. It was, like I said, I just love how they had this set up. So this was all set up over into one corner, away from like the stores and all the artists, and then away from, so you could drop your, be over here. It was a nice flow, nice little layout for the convention. It was good to see. Last thing I want to hit on is this Wild Bills. They had 2 to 3 booths set up. You bought one mug that you could use throughout the weekend, and it had like dollar refills for their different types of sodas. Genius idea. Thought that was great. Love to see more of that. I had a great time at Planet Comicon this weekend. It was a wonderful show. If you're able to make it next year, I highly recommend it. If you've been, why don't you drop a comment down below? Let me know what you thought of the show. If you would, please give this video a like. Hit the subscribe button. At the end of the video here, I'm going to show you what I picked up at the show. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. And as always, Excelsior!